People are going to think I'm crazy. Am I crazy? No, I'm just passionate. And heck, I'm living proof that this lifestyle can change anyone's life. It changed my life.
I got this feeling rising to the ceiling, singing, ooh, darling,
Hey you guys, it's Christina. Before any of you start freaking out, I want to tell you that I am okay. Yes, I had my wisdom teeth removed with no anesthesia, and I am healed and healthy and happy. I'm making this video because many have requested I share my experience on how and why I did this and the natural and organic forms of healing involved. I want to say that this happened in the past, and this procedure has come and gone in my life, and I've waited to talk about this so that I could feel comfortable and confident. I am sure that this video will stir up a ton of comments, and we all know that some people on the internet can be cruel, so I really ask for your kind words and your support as I share my story and my experience. I definitely do not recommend this for anyone. However, I believe that this truly shows how powerful the body is, how quickly it can heal when it is healthy, how strong it can be when you take care of it, and how resilient it can be when you feed it the right foods. Just like many other people, my wisdom teeth grew in full force and were really pressing on the back of my gums and my mouth, and naturally they hurt. Most people who get their wisdom teeth out go through the common procedure of getting an exam, scheduling a date to go for the surgery, they go under anesthesia, they take painkillers, they sleep, put peas on their face, and they're back to normal in about a week. That is most people. My case was very, very different. Very different only because I went about it differently. When I went to get my teeth examined, we, meaning the doctors and I, decided that we would be removing all 4 of my wisdom teeth at once, and I was also told that I needed to get a graft done on the gum of one of my front teeth because I apparently grind my teeth at night. Silly me. I wear a night guard now because I'm cool like that. So this was like 2 surgeries in one. Only issue is, having been raw for years and having taken no medications whatsoever in this time, we weren't sure how my body was going to react to any medications in my system. I'm going to rephrase that. I have not taken any medications in 11 years up to date, not even Advil or ibuprofen. And the danger with anesthesia is that you have to have someone who really knows and understands your body and the dosage you need when you go under so that you wake up. The goal is to wake up. Since my body was so clean, they weren't sure how much to give me or that it would even be safe. They didn't want to take the risk of putting me under, and neither did I. I remember telling the doctor, I'll be fine, I don't need anesthesia, and he looked at me like I was nuts. He agreed that we would try to put some type of a numbing agent on there so that I would not feel so much pain. So let's put this in perspective. I went to have my wisdom teeth pulled along with a graft done with no anesthesia and no painkillers. My mom drove me that morning. It was an early surgery, and I remember it so clearly. I remember laying down and the doctor asked me, "Are you sure you don't want any medication?" I assured him that it would most likely be worse to put me on anything and that I was a trooper and I have a very, very high pain threshold. A very high pain threshold. That's an understatement. I handle pain ridiculously well. When they started, he told me they were going to put some numbing gel on the front of my teeth for the graft and a little bit more on the back to help ease the pain of pulling the teeth. Lucky for me, this numbing agent, as I remember, was not strong enough. It wasn't really that strong at all from what I remember. He let me put in my earphones so that I could listen to music, so that I didn't have to listen to the drilling, and I turned up my music as loud as I could, and I don't really know much what else to say after that except for it was quite the experience. I felt everything. He did the graft first, and that was probably the most painful part for me. What was horrible about that was he kept pulling my lip down, like really, really hard, over and over, and pushing it down. And it ended up later bruising the entire front of my jaw. That was the first pain that I felt. And second, when they tried to pull my bottom wisdom teeth out, they were so rooted that they couldn't actually pull them. And I remember him lightly jerking my head and kindly asking me, please keep my mouth open and don't move too much or I would feel more pain. And at that point, they weren't able to pull my bottom wisdom teeth. So they took out a drill and they literally drilled my bottom wisdom teeth in half. And I'm just laying there watching little sprays of blood fly out of my mouth, and they were landing all over my face. And I remember it hurt so bad that there were literally like tears like running down the side of my face. But I was really trying not to move because I didn't want to somehow mess them up because there was a drill in my mouth. After that, pulling out the top 2 wisdom teeth was a cinch. I was just glad that it was over. It was over. It's over. Done. When they were done, they stuffed my mouth with gauze and they sat me up. They said this was new to them because usually after somebody's surgery, they wait for people to sleep off the anesthesia, to wake up, take some time to adjust, and then go home. Because I was already awake, I was able to just go home. Since my mouth was the only thing that was in pain, I remember walking out of the office into the lobby where my mom was. She was sitting and waiting and she was extremely nervous for me. When she saw me just walk out, she looked shocked, like she couldn't believe that I was walking after this. She looked so bad, she looked worse than me, so I offered to drive myself home, but she didn't let me. When I got home, I will say the first day was actually okay. It just felt like I had a lot of pressure on my head. I stayed awake most of the day, and some of my best friends came over and we hung out on the couch and we watched a bunch of old movies like Funny Girl and Cool Runnings. It was really fun. The first night, sleeping was actually the roughest for me. But after that, it was smooth sailing. Instead of painkillers, I used a ton of essential oils on my face and I applied them on my gums. All on my gums, like on my gums, around my face. I used valerian, helichrysum, rosemary, clove, and peppermint consistently, like applied them every 30 minutes. I really believe that this helped. Also, I didn't eat for a week. And I don't mean to say that I starved myself, but I went on a juice feast because, you know, you're not supposed to chew things. So I made a commitment to myself and I drank solely FullyRaw juices for this entire week. I drank green juices, beet juices, veggie juices, all things that were good to give my body a nice rest, but also to fill me up with a ton of vitamins and minerals to help me heal quickly. I tried the peas on my face thing, but honestly, ice felt way better. After 2 to 3 days, I felt back to normal, like back to 100% normal, and I didn't have any signs of dry sockets, so I was so happy. I was back to being myself, walking, doing my normal schedule, and the only signs that I had any work done was the huge bruise on my chin and my jawline that was like right here. This actually hurt me more than my teeth being removed. There was no swollenness in the back part of my mouth. There was no like bleeding or residual pain. It just felt like pressure, a little bit of pressure. So the bruise on my jaw was the only thing that took about a week to heal. But physically, other than that, I felt amazing. I consider myself blessed to have been healthy having gone into this surgery because I believe it helped me to heal much more quickly, with less pain, and with more endurance and strength. Also, drinking organic, freshly made juices, I believed helped me to jump back twice as quickly. I actually felt better a few days after my surgery than I felt before I went in. And I believe this was because my wisdom teeth were out and my body was so clean. There was no pain, no medication. It was just like a huge purging. It was amazing, actually. So, am I good now? Heck yes, I'm good now. I haven't had any mouth or teeth issues since. I'll make a future video for you guys on what I do for my natural teeth care and whitening routine and all that jazz, but for now, I really wanted to share with you this experience because it's definitely different, and yes, like I mentioned before, I definitely do not recommend this for anyone. However, I believe that this truly, truly shows how powerful the body can be, how quickly it can heal when it is really healthy, how strong it can be when you take care of it, and how resilient it can be when you feed it the right foods. Plant-based lifestyle, a ton of fruits and vegetables, lots of juices, and more. No matter the circumstance, it helps with healing. Me having lived this lifestyle now for 11 years, almost 11 years. That's crazy. Actually, it's 10 and a half, but it's almost 11. We'll figure out what to do with my birthday video soon for that. Anyways, I feel incredibly healthy and happy in my skin, and I feel blessed to be able to share experiences like this with you today. And so that is my story. What do you think? Do you think I'm crazy? If that's a yes, click the like button. No, I'm just kidding. Really, no, really, don't. Click the like button, yes, but don't tell me that I'm crazy. Or if you just like this video, give it a like and comment below. And if you can, please leave some love and not some hate. I love my lovers. Love you guys. If you guys need more tips, tricks, or recipes on how to go fully raw, please subscribe here to FullyRawKristina as we have fun getting healthy together, sharing recipes and tips and inspiration. And if you want to follow me daily, you can also find me on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter, all at FullyRawKristina. And don't forget, I am on Snapchat every day as well, at FullyRaw. All right, you guys, one last quick announcement is that I have a Valentine's Day video coming up, probably on Valentine's Day, and I apologize for the lateness. You probably won't be able to make these Valentine's Day morning, but possibly Valentine's Day night, but it's super delicious, and I know you will love it. So stay tuned for that. I gotta go make some Valentine's Day treats, and I wanna thank you all so much for your support, sending you all my hugs and my love. I'll see you soon. Hey you guys, it's Christina. Ooh, I hit the flower.
I got this feeling rising